The Nintendo Switch 2 is shaping up to be one of the most highly anticipated console launches in gaming history. With only a few weeks left until Nintendo's official April 2nd Direct, excitement is building as fans, analysts, and investors eagerly await key details such as the price point and release date. Industry insiders are already predicting that this could be the biggest gaming console launch ever, surpassing even the record-breaking sales of previous consoles. Recent reports indicate that Nintendo has already shipped 383,000 units to the US as of January, a clear sign that the company is preparing for a massive Day 1 release. If this early shipment is any indication, millions of units are likely to be available globally at launch, ensuring that demand is met across different regions. This strategic move highlights Nintendo's intent to flood the market and avoid the stock shortages that have plagued previous console releases. Adding to the anticipation, financial analysts from major firms, including Bloomberg, have released detailed projections about the Switch 2's potential impact. According to these reports, investors are betting big on Nintendo's ability to dominate the gaming market once again. Despite declining sales of the aging Switch, confidence in the company remains high, with its Tokyo-traded shares reaching an all-time high ahead of the new console's debut. The combination of pent-up demand for an upgraded console and a strong game lineup has positioned the Switch 2 as a major force in the gaming industry. One of the most discussed topics surrounding the new console is its price point. Analysts suggest that the Switch 2 could be priced anywhere between $399 and $499, with $399 being the most consumer-friendly option. Some predict a higher-end model at $449 or even $499, possibly bundled with a game or additional accessories. However, Nintendo has historically prioritized affordability, and many expect the company to stick with a competitive price that aligns with consumer expectations. Beyond the price, another major factor contributing to the hype around the Switch 2 is its impressive lineup of games. According to industry analysts, Nintendo is planning a strong first-year release schedule, which will include major franchise titles such as a new Mario Kart, a 3D Mario game, Pokémon Legends, and Metroid Prime 4. The presence of these highly anticipated games at launch is expected to drive demand even further, ensuring that the Switch 2 gets off to a record-breaking start. Additionally, reports suggest that third-party developers are on board from day one, meaning that blockbuster titles like Call of Duty could also be available, marking a significant expansion of the Switch's gaming library. Comparisons to past console launches indicate that Nintendo is aiming to surpass its own records. The original Switch sold 2.7 million units in its first month, while PlayStation 5 sold 4.5 million units in its debut quarter. Analysts now predict that the Switch 2 could sell between 6 to 8 million units within the first quarter alone, making it the largest console launch ever. Projections for its first year on the market are equally ambitious, with some experts estimating that Nintendo could sell up to 20 million units within 12 months. If these numbers hold true, the Switch 2 will not only be a commercial success but could redefine Nintendo's place in the gaming industry for years to come. While excitement is high, some concerns remain about potential pricing challenges and tariffs that could impact the final cost of the console. With manufacturing spread across Vietnam and China, Nintendo has taken steps to mitigate risks associated with US tariffs. However, rising costs of electronic components, particularly NVIDIA's advanced graphics chips, could still lead to a higher-than-expected price tag. Analysts estimate that the cost of production for the Switch 2's chip alone could be between $130 to $150 per unit, compared to just $80 for the original Switch. This increase in hardware costs, along with global inflation, could push Nintendo to price the console at $449 or even $499, depending on market conditions. Despite these challenges, Nintendo's strategy for the Switch 2 launch appears well-planned. By stockpiling units months in advance, the company is working to minimize stock shortages and prevent scalpers from driving up resale prices. This approach could help Nintendo avoid the supply chain issues that affected both the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X launches, where limited stock led to resale prices soaring well above retail. By ensuring a steady supply of consoles from day one, Nintendo aims to make the Switch 2 widely available to consumers without unnecessary delays or price hikes. Another crucial factor shaping the Switch 2's market position is its hardware improvements. While Nintendo has yet to officially confirm full technical specifications, reports suggest that the console will feature an 8-inch display and upgraded NVIDIA graphics hardware, significantly boosting its performance compared to the original Switch. However, there are growing indications that Nintendo may remove the OLED display found in the Switch OLED model as a cost-saving measure. This move would allow the company to offer the Switch 2 at a competitive price, while also paving the way for a potential OLED model upgrade in the future, similar to how they handled the original Switch's lifecycle. Additionally, the new hardware is expected to enhance game performance, making it possible for Nintendo to introduce higher quality visuals and smoother gameplay. The improved processing power could also support more demanding third-party games, further strengthening Nintendo's position in the gaming industry. If reports of backward compatibility hold true, the Switch 2 will benefit from an existing library of hit titles, giving players access to both new and old games without requiring repurchases. This move would make the transition from the original Switch to the Switch 2 much smoother, encouraging current Switch owners to upgrade while still retaining their favorite titles. Ultimately, the Switch 2's success will depend on Nintendo's ability to balance pricing, supply, and demand, while delivering the same innovative and engaging gaming experience that made the original Switch a global phenomenon. With the April 2nd presentation fast approaching, fans won't have to wait much longer to see how Nintendo plans to launch its next-generation console.